Welcome back, Bagel-heads. Today, we are going to be continuing our renovation of Willow Creek. We are going to be going up to the Courtyard Lane area. As always, I do stream this live, so if you're interested in checking out the next one or watching the full VOD, make sure you head on over to Bagel-head on Twitch. Go ahead and dive right in. So, we are starting with the Brindle Rose lot in the Courtyard Lane neighborhood, which I like this house, I do. I think it's a little dark. I think we just need some lights. But I started off this by looking at the bathroom. I liked the pink vibe. Pink is my favorite color, so I wanted to keep that emphasis on the pink, but just tone it down a smidge. And then I decided to hop into the floors, mess with the floors a little bit, mess with the wallpapers a little bit. I wanted to keep the same vibes of the original house, but just brighten it up a little bit since it is so dark. I was looking at the cabinets and wanted to go with this brown one, keeping with the original vibe. It is a darker kitchen than what I normally go with, but I kind of was feeling it. I was trying to find a tile to put behind it because I like how a backsplash looks, but couldn't really settle on one. So then I kind of just leave brown one that's on there now, and then I start messing with some other things. I was trying to figure out where to put a living room and wasn't really liking any of the spots, so then went through, deleted all the windows because I guess I felt like the windows were a problem. I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. And then I start decorating the outside. This is very chaotic energy. It's really coming through right now how chaotic this is. I tried putting the door back in the original spot, didn't love it. Then I decided to try it on the side here to create a larger living room area, which is what I end up going with. I think it just looks a little bit nicer. And then as you'll see throughout this whole video, I kind of go with the same layout for the living room and everyone, which don't hate. I just think it looks cute. And then I do put the dining table up against the wall, which I don't know how I feel about it, but since it is such a small area, I feel like I had to. And then in the primary bedroom, I was looking at this bed, which I never remember that yellow one being there. And you can hear my full thoughts on that on my VOD, but I think that yellow one looks a little rough. You'll have to let me know what you think below. And then I try to put a dresser, some plants, you know, make it look a little cute. And then in the second bedroom, I was looking at two beds, thought that took up too much space. Then I was thinking maybe a double bed. I was like, not really feeling it. I then decide to delete it and try out a loft bed, which I keep that for a little bit, but I do end up, well, I keep the loft bed, but I do switch it up a little bit in a second. Put some toys, thought it could be like a kid's room. And then jump back over to the primary bedroom, start adding some pictures. Thought something needed to go in the corner. I ended up putting that plant there. There was some rugs down. I think it looks really cute. Throw another plant down. There's some cute little decor. And then I come back to this secondary bedroom and I was not loving it. Decided to try out a desk under the bed. Thought that was cute. Little place to do like homework and whatnot. Added a fishbowl because I forgot the fishbowl was a thing, to be honest. Then I decided that there was just a big empty space there in that room and thought, well, I'll just throw another bed. Maybe it's like a family with two sons or something. I don't know. Started trying to create a storyline in my head to help me with the decoration because it was rough. I threw some more plants around because they're so cute. And had some outside decorations. Wanted to add something to do on the lot, so added some monkey bars for the kids, some gardening, little pots. And then inside, I added a laptop because normally I like to add a computer at least somewhere. So here we are at the Riverside Roost. To be honest, at this one, I took everything out, and really, I think this one has the most work done out of all the lots I did in this area. I was not feeling the layout. I didn't like how the kitchen was so enclosed. So I decided to delete that enclosed area. I delete this balcony and side porch. I do end up adding a side porch, but the balcony did go forever. So I did scoot over some of the windows and I added another bedroom into this house. I think that looked nice, especially with how long and like skinny the area is. I feel like it was just too much space. And then once I did that, I decided to work on the main living area. So, you know, took my favorite cabinets. We tried a different color out though. We tried this green, which I like this green. I think it's cute. It's a very like soft green color. I added the bottom cabinets as being green. And then I decided to try out something a little bit different for the upper cabinets. And then I added like a little island in the middle. I think it turned out really cute. You'll have to let me know, again, what you think down below. But I think it's pretty cute. I'm trying to make them different, but like the same at the same time. With the island, I did go through some funky ideas. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I settled on this square island, and then I did change the white to be this like light wood color. I thought it wasn't so in your face bright. I don't know, when it gets too much white, I start feeling like it's like hospital-y. And I like this green, teal, whatever that color's called, brick behind it. I thought it emphasized that bottom cabinet color. I thought about adding that green into the living room as well, but I was like, nah, we won't do that. That's probably a little overkill. So I started off doing the same layout I seem to be doing in every house. The two base game love seat and couch duo with the chair on the side. And then I do add a desk. I kind of didn't add a separate table for this house. I thought the island kind of covered it pretty well. So down in this bigger bedroom on the first floor, I had an idea on what I wanted to add, but then eventually you'll see that I decided to actually turn on move objects. I haven't been having move objects on this whole time, but I had this vision of what I wanted it to look like, and it just was not cutting it not having move objects on. Some of these bigger furniture pieces, I wish the box wasn't so big, because like these large wardrobe like cabinets, I'm like, you would in real life see multiples of them probably near each other, or it wouldn't have such a big radius. I don't know. That's just my thoughts at least. I liked this brown emphasis in this lower bedroom with the blue bed. I liked it. I was messing with the wallpaper for a little bit. I like this blue color. And now onto the other bedroom on the first floor. I liked the pink bed. I was like, I kind of want to do like a pink bed. Then I couldn't find the wallpaper to match the pink bed, and so then I don't know, I was being way too picky with it. I added a cute mirror, cute little lamp. Kind of left it pretty basic, to be honest. I then went upstairs, added a little bathroom, a little blue bathroom. I like the little blue bathroom. And then for the upstairs room, I decided to make it very IKEA. I don't know, whenever I see this bed and these nightstands and dresser, I feel like it's very IKEA vibes. I don't know, maybe that's just because, I don't know, IKEA just has such a look about it, and I have a IKEA dresser and I feel like it's just IKEA. And then I went outside and was trying to fix this dirt. I'm not a terrain paints person, I struggle. I then bring back the little side porch. It has moved up quite a bit. I thought it was a cute little area to add it. Put a little roof over it. And then I thought, I don't know, the lot was pretty bland, so I did add a fence. I didn't add any gates to it. It kind of left it open, but I still wanted it to have the vibe of it being closed, but it's still open on two areas. And so that's that for that house. We then move on to the Brook Bungalow, which I honestly don't think I've ever been to this house in the game. I don't know why. I was looking at it and I was like, I kind of like this house just as is. I did just change some wallpapers, the floors, added some lights, but I kept most of this lot the same. I honestly have no complaints about this lot. I think there's some things I did end up changing, like upstairs. I kind of wanted to make like a little like library nook, I guess. I don't know. I feel like the upstairs kind of looked a little empty. But other than that, like, yeah, what can I say? I don't really have any complaints about this lot. I think if I really want to get picky, I probably could have just gone through and changed some things, like where the beds are, that some of the furniture's like catty cornered, but I left it honestly. So then I went to the empty lot, started trying to build a house. Now, my houses have been rough recently. They really have. Yeah. I just take a second to watch how many times I move around this house. I then wanted to like add a little bump out so it's not boring, and then I didn't like that it was so close to the end, so then I moved it over a little, and I don't know, it's just, I feel like it looks so rough, but maybe that's just me being like extra picky about what I'm doing. I made it like a cute little like gray, beige, I don't know, house. And it's a small house. It's 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. I feel like that's kind of my default when I make houses. It's just a nice little 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom. I probably could have added another bathroom, but I don't know. I feel like we didn't really need more space in this house, to be honest. The reason I put that wallpaper down first is because I told myself I wanted to make a nursery. I haven't made a nursery since babies like first came out and everything. And I really like how this kitchen turned out. I really like that layout I did with the bigger island. I think it's cute. But you will see, I changed this color in here so many times. Like an unreasonable amount of times. I started off very like beige and neutral, light wood, and then, well, I won't spoil what I do. I then move on to the primary bedroom because I just could not think about what I wanted. Did this like orangey wood, which I don't know. I think it turned out cute. At this point, I was kind of just like figuring out what paintings I wanted to do and just figuring out the vibes. And then jump over to the nursery that I wanted to do. And so long since I've looked at the stuff that I was kind of just like, whoa, what am I doing? I left it like blue-green. I thought it was very cute, very wholesome. I then jump back into the living room area, the dining room, and start messing with all the wallpapers again. Yeah, it's not pretty. It takes a big turn. It's just... Oh, there's that brown wood. I was like, oh yeah, I like this brown wood, and I'm gonna tell you, it doesn't stay. I don't know. I decided to then change everything to brown. I was like, maybe brown will make it better. I don't know. Maybe it was better at the beginning. Maybe I shouldn't have changed it. But I then went darker, and it looks a little better, in my opinion. I didn't love that wallpaper though. It just, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself to make everything different, but I don't know. I didn't vibe with it. And change the wallpaper, adding some trees around, adding some bushes, and yeah, I think it's very basic landscaping, but I'm so bad at landscaping. I don't know, I feel like I say it every time I start making a house. Like, I don't touch terrain tools or the terrain paints. I don't touch the plants very much. I just feel like every time I do it, it does not look good. I saw this little terrain paint and thought that was a cute little pathway. Added some benches outside, thought that was cute. Added my default of gardening stuff. Added a trash can outside, which I'm pretty sure I forgot trash cans in the rest of the builds, but don't at me. Added some plants around, very cute. Added a lamp, more plants, just some final rearranging of things. I added some more stuff to the nursery, some cute little things, and I added stuff throughout the house for the baby. I'm like, you know, Babies don't just take up one room, they take up everything. So I had stuff in the bathroom, kitchen, different toddler baby things. I had some decorations outside. Oh, I thought this was really cute for the kitchen thing with the like jaguar on it. I don't know, I feel like I never see that, but anyway, I feel like I never see anything. I did my classic little 4-picture thing to add some color to the room. And I was messing with the nursery color again, but I just left it. I was like, whatever. Good enough for me. That is the end of the video. Like I said before, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let me know which house was your favorite. Let me know if you want any of these lots, and I can definitely put them on the gallery. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time. Bye.